In a vacuum, the meta-raybans are genuinely great. I mean, they let you capture authentic POV footage, they let you have music playing in your ears without any earbuds, and they even pack AI in there just to top it all off. But we don't live in a vacuum, and in the context of Meta in 2026, that starts to change things. And for that context, I'll get into that a little bit later, but there is a lot to be thinking about in terms of privacy with these. But for now, let's take a look at the design of these sunglasses, because I think Meta did an outstanding job. So currently, Meta has partnered with Oakley and Ray-Bans as their two kind of sunglasses manufacturers for their tech. And this allows you to pick from some honestly pretty stylish designs from either of the companies, and they kind of differ in whatever look that you're going for. Now, one thing I will say when wearing the meta-Ray-Bans these days is that people are able to start noticing them a little bit more than they might have a couple years ago when they first came out. Especially among younger people, they know that you have meta-Ray-Bans on and that you might be recording or might have something going on, because they look slightly different than every other piece of non-techified sunglasses out there. It just looks a little bit thicker, and you can see the cameras a little bit more if you're starting to notice that kind of reflection area on the glasses. So if people have a keen eye for them, they can definitely tell that you're wearing sunglasses with a little extra something packed in there. But as somebody that doesn't normally wear glasses, I opted for the transition ones, so then I could kind of go between sunglasses when it gets really bright outside, because I have very sensitive eyes. And then I also wanted to be able to still use them indoors to kind of test the features. Now, I will say one caveat there is that it is UV based and not light based. So I think it's from Lensology or some other lens manufacturer. You can actually get your different lenses for the Meta Ray-Bans and swap those in there. That'll actually be light based instead of UV. That will allow it to work in things like a car that usually has quite a bit of UV protection. They'll just stay that full clear the whole time and don't really add that extra sun protection that would have been nice. But overall, lenses are a very subjective thing, and when you buy the glasses, you can go ahead and pick between that polarized, clear, or the transition lenses. So it's really up to you on your own preferences and needs with these. Despite these being made out of plastic, Ray-Ban still did a good job making them, and so they look pretty good. And they also don't feel that heavy on your face, and I don't find that it slips a whole ton while I'm wearing them. One of the best features of these glasses that I was really excited to try out was that you could use them as earbuds without having to put anything into your ears. Now, if you're wondering where the speakers are, they're on the stem of the glasses as you're kind of putting them onto your face, and they kind of shoot right down into your ears through some little speakers that are projected there. And you know what? The speakers, they're not great, but you know what? They're speakers in glasses, so we also can't be faulting them a whole ton there. But if you're looking for anything more than just for taking some phone calls or listening to a little bit of music in between your walking commutes, get a pair of AirPods. Like, please, just pack a pair of AirPods. They're not that heavy to bring with you and not that bulky. And I know that it's one more thing to carry, and it kind of defeats the purpose of having speakers in those. You will enjoy it a lot more if you have commutes where you want to rely on noise canceling, or if you're like working out and need a little bit more bass or something to kind of get you through whatever you're doing. All of that to say, don't throw out your AirPods or other headphones at your house. These should be complementary to those and act as kind of a backup in case you did forget your AirPods one day. And one more quick note too I should say about those. Since those speakers aren't going inside of your ears, you have to keep in mind that other people around you can hear them. They're almost like open back headphones where when you start playing something, a little bit of that sound starts to leak out to the people around you. So I found myself kind of turning down the volume when I got into a quiet room for fear that I had them super loud or something earlier, because when you're outdoors, you don't really notice it, but when you get inside, you feel like you're just playing music out of your phone's speaker. It's a little bit weird to get used to. Now, in terms of battery life, I never really ran into any issues, but also I only used these for about a week, so I never had any moments where I was out and about and then the glasses completely died. But also they come with a really nice charging case that you can dock them into at the end of every use, and that can top them up relatively quickly if you do start to run low on battery. I would say unless you're just recording all day with these and like constantly trying to film footage like a content creator might, then maybe you'd start to run into some concerns or you'd have to keep charging them quite often. But for the average person that's listening to a little bit of music, snapping a few photos and videos here and there throughout the day, you're not really going to notice any battery life issues. But you know what? That's enough of me talking for a bit. Let's go and show you some footage and photos from these glasses on a recent trip down to Los Angeles. Alright, so after viewing all of that, hopefully you kind of get a better idea of the sense of quality that you're going to be getting out of these glasses and also the perspective that it can bring. Now these are also the first generation meta-Ray-Bans. I didn't spring for the second gen ones just because I didn't really need that big of camera improvement there, because what you're going for with these is the perspective. They're a different angle that you get to your iPhone that you have to record with one or two hands, and so it allows you to have your hands free and to kind of just live in the moment and not really take yourself out of it just so you can record or capture it. There's a clip too where I'm able to keep these glasses on while everybody else is taking out their phones to go get photos and stuff, and I'm able to just sit back and kind of enjoy that moment and not have to think about capturing it at all, because I know it's already being captured on the meta-Ray-Bans while I'm just walking around and being able to enjoy and experience that moment. What you're paying for is not necessarily the camera quality, but the ability to record when sometimes you can't, when your hands are full of stuff, or when you just want to authentically capture a moment. And for that use case, these can be well worth it for some people. I could easily see new parents wanting to use these, or again, as we've already seen online probably, a lot of content creators that go out in public and film stuff with these. But that then starts to also beg the other question of, yeah, you're filming in public and it's a little bit more inconspicuous than a normal taking out a whole DSLR or mirrorless camera, or also just shooting on an iPhone where you can see a giant brick just being held up in front of you while you're recording. That stuff to most humans screams, somebody's recording, somebody's taking video, maybe go and look nicer or don't do something bad that I shouldn't be. Not everything in life needs to or should be captured, and so it's kind of a reset in your mind that you have to do every time that you want to take a photo or a video, and you have to kind of think to yourself, would I also be pulling out a camera in a certain circumstance, and would that be appropriate there? Recently too, Meta has been caught up in another scandal with these glasses where they were taking the footage that was recorded after you've opted into their cloud processing for AI, and they've been running that over to their contractors in Kenya, who have been looking at footage that they probably shouldn't have been seeing and probably shouldn't have been sent over by Meta in the first place. Now, even though Meta ended up ending that contract, it still kind of puts a weird feeling in your brain, or I guess your eyes or whatever, when you kind of think of these glasses, because you don't really know where your data is being sent there. And the fact that you can tangibly see in like real news articles that there are people reviewing that footage that you're recording with glasses that some people just never take off during the day and keep them on all the time, that's a scary thing. Again, the tech in these is still super cool, I want to reiterate that, but I think that is just a little bit tough coming from Meta and Facebook, like that whole group behind it, that's who's going to be collecting and selling your data. Now, if this were to, let's say, come out from Google with their new AR glasses, or if Apple decides to get into it, and I'm not going to count the Vision Pro, that was pretty much a flop, but if they were going to actually make glasses and not some VR headset kind of thing, then I think I might still trust that a little bit more than Meta. And yes, those companies do have their own issues at times, but the way I see it, Meta has lost a lot more trust in me, and I think a lot of US consumers, than those other two companies have. And when we're trying to buy real estate on our face, I think I'd rather trust somebody that isn't, well, Facebook. And as I start to wrap up this video too, I should mention the price of these is also kind of insane for what you're getting. I paid, I think it was $379 for them, and that was $80 more just to get the transition lenses. So I think it's kind of nuts on its own, but if you are somebody that wears glasses, definitely go and look into getting them through a prescription. There are many people online on Reddit that have been able to get a lot of the price cut down because they have insurance or something, because they normally need glasses or contacts in some form. So definitely look into that option if you do want to buy these and you don't want to also spend $500 on sunglasses. So to conclude what I did with these glasses, I returned them. And although I really did enjoy my time with them, they just didn't really fit into my life as somebody who doesn't normally wear glasses or need any contacts in any manner. And so it doesn't make sense for me to go out and buy an extra thing to put on my face every day. Plus again, these are several $100s, and I like to be able to just toss my sunglasses around and not have to worry about them. And this I could not do. So the Meta glasses, although they were awesome, they were just not for me. Folks, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it and getting to shoot all of that footage down in Los Angeles. And so if you liked it, please give this video a like, and also consider subscribing to more tech content, hopefully every month. I used to say every week, but my posting schedule has been all over the place. So if you want more tech content sometime, please hit that button. I'll see you guys next on Tech Device News.